Welcome. Just getting things set up here. Bear with me for just a moment. All right. Let's get the camera going here. This is always the hardest part, is making sure you can see well. Zoom in a little bit. See if that worked. There we go. Get some music on. Or not. All right, got the headset connected. I hate the small delay because I can't see my phone screen where it is sitting because I am too short. Takes me a minute to get it. Oh, wrong way. Takes me a minute to get everything set up. I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Okay. Now my music's not going. All right. There we go. All right, I think I'm set up. All right, it's definitely a Tuesday here. We are coloring from the mystical lands of Klynnadra, Autumn's Magic. Faye's Friends and Flowers is the page that we're on. This is what we did last week. And today's affirmation: once you fall in love with yourself, their game is over. Again, today's affirmation is: once you fall in love with yourself, their game is over. Once you have the confidence in yourself to do whatever it is that you want, and you're loving doing it, whatever anybody else says negative about you is just going to bounce right off. I promise you that. Can't forget our fuzzy guy. Critical. I'm listening to my own playlist on Spotify today. All right, let's start off with the greens. Grab my pencils out here. I know I say this every week that it would help if I organized them before we started, but hey, where's the fun in that? All right, the colors that I pulled are lime peel, kelp, green ochre, olive green, and marine green. And I'm going to start with some lime peel on this leaf here. Mystical Lands of Klynnadra, Autumn's Magic is a beautiful, cute book by Karen Myers. She draws everything by hand, and that is why I love it so much. If you are out there making coloring books, drawing by hand, let me know. Who knows, I might feature you on my channel too. I try to support other artists who are out there coloring and making coloring books by hand. And Karen is one of my favorites. I've done several pages in this book so far. I'm going to start a playlist that is only her work of pages that I've colored, so that you can watch me color all of her pages in order. That is on the to-do list. That way it'll be easier for everyone to find. There we go. I'm going to go down here and do the same thing. I always start with a base color, and that's the overall color of the object. Is it green? Is it red? Is it blue? Is it purple? Is it yellow? Every item in the world has a base color to it. And then I add all the different colors that make up that item. Is it dark green? Is it light green? Is it medium green? Is it purple? Is it blue? Is it multicolored? Why is it I can go all morning and not have not one fly bother me, and the minute I sit down to color, the fly finds me? The cooler weather lately has been really nice. We're only in the mid-80s today. Hi, Whiskey Creek. How you doing today? Thanks for dropping in. What are you up to? There we go. Do the sleep. You know, this is exactly like don't drive and watch chat at the same time. In Farming Simulator 25, don't color and watch chat at the same time. I don't have two sets of eyes, unfortunately. That was a nice time this morning in Desert Ox Farms live stream. If you're into Farming Simulator 25, check him out. He's on early in the mornings during the week. I think Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And occasionally on the weekends. He said something about having a multiplayer stream going on this weekend. That'll be exciting to watch. Cutting straw with a Macdon, says Whiskey Creek. Good deal. Hi, Monty. Thank you. How you doing today? What are you coloring? I've got another video upload on the skull ready to go. I didn't have time to get it uploaded before I went live. So I'll probably put that out later today. Or tomorrow. But another update on the skull is ready to go. I did that this morning. You'll get a more realistic look if you vary your greens. Don't make it all one solid color of green. I mean, right there we go. Monty says he just had lunch and he's looking at the dishes. I don't blame you for looking at them. Take a bit and let your food digest and then get on them. Oh, I've got some Queen on my playlist today. I want to break free. I was live when I heard that Ozzy Osbourne passed away. One of my subscribers came in and told me. And wow, that was hard to keep going. Very sad. World is going to miss him. And yes, I've got his music on my playlist too. That looks nice. A little bit darker here. Whiskey Creek says, I do farm sim in real life and on the game. How many acres do you take care of? What do you do? Crop, or is it cows, or what do you do, Whiskey Creek? Tell me about it. Oh, maybe not from the United States. You know, anything but metric here. Why I asked in acres. It's a running joke. Americans will use anything but metric. I'm not exactly sure what these little things down here are supposed to be. We're going to make them grass. They did finally get me meds for my pneumonia that I've been fighting for the last month or so. And unfortunately, I'm causing some side effects of a racing heart. So, I can't take that medicine anymore. I have to call the doctor and let them know. We built this city. I apologize, everyone. I need to step away for just a moment. Pardon me, sorry about that. All right. Whiskey Creek says they do hay, straw, and alfalfa and have about 200 head of cattle. And yes, they make the little alfalfa cubes for the cattle. Yes, the cows love those. My blood pressure and sugar are fine, Monty. I've never had problems with them. They're doing all right. Which is weird that I have a fast heartbeat, but my blood pressure's fine. Go figure. That's the way I roll. All right, we got this little bit over here to finish up. But if you've ever taken steroids, that's what's causing the issue. Not the funnest feeling in the world. I mean, I know I'm really sick, but I don't know that I'm sick enough to put up with the steroids. Not a big fan. The antibiotics are fine. But whew, I could do without the steroids. But I was coughing productively earlier, so that's good news. And my music just went off. What happened to my music? Can't be coloring without the music. I wish I could share that playlist with you, but I'm not that rich. Ah, the ones Whiskey Creek says the hay bales that he makes are like the big square bales in Farming Simulator 25. Monty says he lived with a cow in San Francisco. He called him Calf 128. I'm not sure what that means, but that's funny. I do not live on the farm. I do live in a small town, though, surrounded by farms. And we do use a local we did use a local farmer this year and ordered a half a cow. And let me tell you what, that after you have fresh beef right from the farm, you don't want to go back to that store-bought stuff. Absolutely do not want to go back to that store-bought stuff. Oh, and I'm trying to color right off the page for you. This is what I just did that you didn't see. I'm sorry about that, guys. I'm real good at that. I love having the meat in the freezer. I love that we don't have to worry about it for quite some time now. See, when the book looks straight to me, it doesn't look straight on the screen, and I hate that. Let's see if that worked. Whiskey Creek Farms is in Waitsburg, Washington. That's a far away from Indiana. Your butcher saves the end cuts for you and gives you half off, but you don't notice the difference? Oh, I do. Oh, I do. Between the store-bought and the farm, oh, it is so much better, so much tastier. Such a difference. Whoops. Ooh, almost hit the floor. All right. We pulled out Parma Violet, Violet, and Imperial Violet. I also pulled out Violet Blue, Indanthrene Blue, no, Dioxazine Purple Hue, and Indigo. Yeah, I think there's a big difference in taste. And the hamburger is always lean. I mean, I love having hamburger in there for the next year. Don't have to go to the store. All the roasts and the steaks. Oh, delicious. Absolutely delicious stuff. Now see, the mistake is I don't remember how I colored these two. I forgot to watch last week's video. So here we go. Not last week's, the week before. Last week, I was on the way out to the reservoir to do my live stream from the kayak again, and my car started smelling hot. And so I pulled off to the side of the road, and luckily, where I pulled off was in a church parking lot, a country church parking lot. I was under the shade of a tree and everything, and I let the car cool off, and I checked the oil, and there was no oil in the car. So I let it cool off, and I added more oil, and I turned around and went home. Made an appointment with the mechanic. Took it in on Friday. And the mechanic says there's something wrong with either the oil leak is either in the valve cover or the valve stem or something to do with the valves. But that was overshadowed by the fact of my car is rusted away from the frame and they won't touch it because of that. Liability issue. I'm like, oh great. They showed me pictures and yeah, my car is toast. So, if you know anybody that enjoys coloring, please send them my videos. Please tell them I have books you can buy. I have 3 books of my own. They're on Amazon worldwide. Feel free to go buy them. They make great gifts. I color in those on Fridays. Because I need a new car so I can get back out kayaking again. On Sunday nights on this channel, I play Farming Simulator 25 live. That's when I cut loose and have some fun. I laugh a lot during that stream. Monty says his favorite meal is a traditional roast potatoes, onion, celery, carrots. Yum, yum, yum. I heard that with my bad ear. I just made beef and noodles the other day with a roast, and they were delicious. I made spaghetti sauce the other day with that fresh farmer beef and tomatoes from our garden and garlic from our garden. I didn't have any onions from the garden this year, so I couldn't put onions in, but I did have some store-bought onion. But um, all the tomatoes, I peeled and cut up and put in the sauce and the garlic, and it was really yummy. Matter of fact, I still had some for lunch today. I love homemade spaghetti sauce. And no, there is no recipe. You just eyeball it and go by taste. I often cook from scratch. As often as I can. There's just something better about homemade food. We've got lots of tomatoes coming on still. We've got more green beans coming on. I love ham and green beans and potatoes. We've got potatoes coming on. I hope those do well. We've had a few cucumbers from the garden this year. Had a few peppers from the garden. With the hot, humid summer, though, the peppers didn't fare well. yes, if my SUV was up and running, I could go fishing. And what kind of fish would I bring back? My favorite is bluegill. I Monty likes pan-fried fish and green tomatoes. A bluegill is a type of sunfish or panfish. And really any panfish works. You know, you've got red ear, you've got the ones with the orange belly on them. You've got the green ones, the green sunfish. Close to that is the crappie, bluegill. I'm sorry, catfish. I'll bring home catfish. Occasionally a bass, but they are real strict on the bass regulations here about the size of the bass. So those, if I catch those, I generally put those back. There's a lot of catfish in my area though as well. That's what I'll bring back. Now, what will I catch? Occasionally I'll catch carp, buffalo fish, little things I don't even know what they are. A lot of carp, especially on the river. A lot of carp on the river. But I don't eat those. With plenty of catfish, though. You know, there's nothing exciting like trout or salmon where I am. Well, there is some trout, but those require a permit to catch. As long as you're not targeting them specifically, if you accidentally catch a trout and throw it back, it's okay. But if you're targeting trout specifically, you need a special trout stamp. But you could bring catfish home all day long around here. If you like turtle, if you eat turtle, I know some people from the south will eat turtle. There's plenty of turtle around here too. But no gigging for frogs, okay? Frogs are cool creatures and we don't gig for frogs. Dungeness crab for Whiskey Creek and king salmon. Yeah, we don't have any of that around here. We have the river or the reservoir. We don't have any mountain-fed creeks or anything like that here. And I usually fish with either artificial bait or worms or night crawlers. My most recent pull that I got, I haven't even used it yet. Now, Bug, whatever you are, it's a little gnat bothering me. He can just go away too. Nothing bothers me before I start to stream, but the minute I start to stream, boy, they come out in droves. I think they can smell the pencils. I think the pencils have a scent to them that they can smell. Now, I can smell my colors, but I cannot smell my Prismacolors. The colors are oil-based, and they must use some kind of cooking oil to make those. That's what it smells like. All right, Monty, I hope to see you tomorrow. Yes, you should probably walk closer to the dishes. Have a beautiful day, Monty. Thanks for dropping by. I love going out on the kayak because it's so relaxing. I don't do whitewater, obviously. Although there are a few places along the river that have some rapids in it, but they're minor. There we go. That'll work. All right, I've just pulled out canary yellow, yellowed orange, and mineral orange. On my playlist at the moment is You Shook Me All Night Long. I don't think you could live through the 80s without knowing this song. There we go, and our little cone flower there. Pull out some browns here. A little bit of gray. All right. We're going to start here down here on these little steps, these little teeny tiny steps with a little warm gray. Cool gray. The warm gray was 50, the cool gray is 90. My friend the artistic biker explains it the best. A warm color needs a cool shadow, and vice versa. He streams every Monday at 6:30 a.m. my time. That is 5:30 a.m. Texas time. I'm usually not up at that hour, but I will catch him. I do get up intentionally on Sundays to support him. Go away, fly. Pardon me. He started including lesson plans for all of his sketches that he does. Every day he does a random object, and he pulls them out of a random object randomographer, burnt ochre. It's really cool watching him sketch and wash and talk about all kinds of different things, science and history and nature, and you never know what you're going to learn on his channel in addition to the art. So fun to watch. I always catch his replay if I don't make it up in time. And he's been doing it for quite some time now. So if you like sketch and wash or ink and watercolor, go check out the Artistic Biker. A wealth of information. Funny person. Really nice guy. I've known him for years and years and years. He's my art buddy. Love watching him work. The other day I was scrolling along on Facebook, and I saw something on Facebook, and I stopped and I thought to myself, oh, wait, this is light umber. And I said to myself, hey, that looks like my friend the Artistic Biker. And I looked at who posted it, and yep, sure enough, that was my friend the Artistic Biker, and that was kind of cool. That now I know his style enough to recognize him as I'm scrolling through my Facebook feed. His show is only half an hour long, so I wish it were longer, but hey. How he gets a sketch and a wash done in that short amount of time is skill. It amazes me every time I watch him. Didn't want to stay there real quick so I could get a drink. No. Here we go with a little dark umber. There we go. Little mushroom house right there. Warm gray 50. Just a little bit of that burnt ochre. Kind of giving it kind of a woody stem. All right. A little bit of nectar. A little beige. Dark umber. On my playlist currently is The Offspring. Fly, go away. I promise you this is nothing good to eat. There we go. A little bit of Deco Pink. A little bit of that nectar. Go away, fly. Advertisement just came on for a new Fantastic Four movie. I do not know all the superheroes, but I know superhero movies are quite popular. Bring in a little beige. Bit of light peach. And I'm going to finish it out with a little bit of that Deco Pink. Come in here with a blender pencil. I'm just going to smooth a little bit of this out. I know, don't do that. That's what this guy is for. This helps you not smear it on your page. A little bit of that dark umber. We forgot to do the door down here. How dare I forget that? A little bit of that warm gray. A bit of that light umber. A little bit of espresso. There we go. I've got the fan going on slightly, so all right. Now we're down to these little crystals here. Well, hi T Gaming. How you doing, T Man? Oops. Stay. What are you up to today? Good, I'm glad to hear that. How's the weather there? T Gaming does some awesome farming simulator videos. If you haven't caught his videos yet, go check them out. They are amazing, especially his farm builds. I could watch him build farms all day long. It's great. Ah, you got a day home today. Good for you. Are they behaving? And I hope your wife's all right. Little canary yellow. On every page in this book are a set of crystals. What would a mystical book be without crystals? We're going to put a little yellow in here. Go away, fly. I think the fly wants to color too. Here comes the real life train. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear all is well. I couldn't imagine your kids being anything less than good. I mean, yeah, all kids are fight and bicker and get grumpy, but you have such a kindness about you that I can imagine your kids are the same way. Whoops. I'll put a little mineral orange in here. That goes true for everyone. Everyone has their moments. Kids are no different. Mama keeps them straightened out. Good for her. A little bit of yellow to orange down here. Oh, what's the name of this song? Sweet Caroline, Neil Diamond. We gotta have some Neil Diamond apparently today. I have everything on my playlist. I have country, I have rap. I don't have opera. I've got 80s music. I've got a lot of 80s music. I've got hard rock. You never know what's on my playlist. I like a little bit musicals. Like I love the Little Shop of Horrors. Got some great sing-along songs there. Love show tunes. When I'm not live, yes, I do belt out the songs, and yes, I'm a terrible singer, and I do it anyway. The book we're coloring in is from The Mystical Lands of Klynnadra, Autumn's Magic by Karen Myers. Karen has a whole library of books available on Amazon. They're all hand-drawn. They're adorable. Canary yellow, smooth everything out. Oh, someone got upset with me yesterday because I neglected to put that the pineapple is from the Kirby Roseanne's book in my post. And I apologize profusely. I just assumed everybody knew that already who'd been following me along. I didn't even think about writing that. I do have fun importing my works into Ibis Paint X and playing around with them after I'm done with them. I do actually draw digitally as well. I do not use AI, but all of my coloring books are inked through Ibis. It's a free program. I have a Samsung tablet that I work on. And I was testing out what I wanted to do for the background for the pineapple. I'm going to pull it out here for you in a moment here, T, and show it to you. Because I did finish it yesterday. Let me finish these crystals first real quick. Oh, Ivy's coloring outside the lines again. George Thorogood, keep your hands to yourself. I believe that's who that is. Oh no, Georgia Satellites. Sorry. I believe that, T-Man. But the question is, why did you stop? And if you don't have a good reason, why don't you start up again? Take 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes a day. Number 2 pencil, a notebook. Start it up again. Find out how much you actually love it. Get away, Aunt. I bet you'd be good at it to this day. It doesn't take long for those skills to come back. And it's so relaxing just to sit down and draw. Especially if your answer is life got in the way. You know, you won't have the kids there every day with you forever. And you can also teach them along the way. Sit down and draw together as a family, or color together. Do artsy stuff together. I love having my great nieces and nephews over now and doing artsy stuff with them. When we go to the restaurant, I take my coloring books and supplies with us when we go out to eat, and we sit there while we're waiting on the food and we color. If I meet somebody in real life, when I've got my supplies out and I'm out and about, and they say they used to draw, I will take my pencil out of my bag and I will hand it to them and say, go draw some more. I like that. That one hit the floor. Well, I guess we'll be without that pencil for the rest of the session. Hello, Lisa. How are you today? Good. I'm glad to hear that, T-Man. You should. Do it more often. All right, we're going to put in a few contrasts here if I can find my pencil. Black grape. The more a kid sees their parent doing something, the more they are apt to do it. Great way to encourage your kiddo. Mr. Ant, you are not welcome. I swear they can smell the pencils. I went all morning here, not having a problem, and the minute I brought my Prismacolors out, there come the ants again. It does not help that I have my door open 24/7. I live outdoors. I like the fresh air. No, I only have a roof to keep the rain off. Especially in the summer, it gets hot out. This summer has been brutal. It got real hot out here. What are you up to today, Lisa? Ox had quite the stream this morning. Desert Ox Farms. If y'all haven't seen him, he plays Farming Simulator 25. He can get a little rowdy at times. That's just a heads up. If you're a family, make sure it's appropriate for your family before you watch with the kids. If you're an adult and can do what you want, then hey, more power to you. I do try to because I do have parents that watch, so I try to let them know which streamers are kid safe and which are ones that you might want to listen to first before you make that determination. Like I've sent my 6-year-old, not 6-year-old, 10-year-old. No, he's 11. He had a birthday. He's 11 now. I've sent him over to your channel, T Gaming, with his mama's approval, because I know what she tolerates and what she doesn't. Good. I'm glad to hear that. I got the medicine for the pneumonia. What I didn't say earlier today was I'm having a little bit of a difficulty with the steroids that they gave me. It's making my heart race. So probably will not be taking those for very much longer. I'm glad you're doing well. And is that Mr. J? Now, I don't know everybody yet. Is that Farmer J? Had to go look. I don't have everybody memorized yet. I love black grape for making shadows. I think it makes beautiful shadows. So I might not stream as long today because my heart's doing a lot of those flip-floppy things that I don't like. But the medicine is working because I finally had productive coughs starting this morning. So hopefully we can get this crap out of my system. There we go, something like that. I'm going to sharpen this real quick. I am sharpening a pencil. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. Oh, we forgot to color the candle. We'll make it purple. There we go. Other than the background, though, I'm going to call this one done. Backgrounds often for me are tedious and boring. Not my favorite thing to do. I do want to add a background to this. I don't want to take the time today to do it. So we're going to flip the page. What's up next? Forest Sprite is going to be next. As promised, though, before we go there, Kirby Roseanne's Imagimorphia. I've been working on a few pieces in here. There is the pineapple, except for the background. And this is a preview. I don't have this video up yet, but it will be going up either later today or tomorrow. There's where I'm at on the skull. See, if you come to my live chat, you get the preview I'm working on. One reason to come to the live chat. But the video on roughly these flowers over here, except for the yellow and the purple and pink ones, and 3 of the orange ones, that will be up either today. Oh, I forgot these parts right here. See, that's what happens when you go live and when you record. Sometimes you got to fix things after the fact. I know there's some other greenery I still need to put in here too. There's some butterflies that I need to do, a bee or a wasp. And then we're down to the skull itself, which I know everybody has been waiting anxiously for. Bum-ba-da-bum. I have not had a chance to work on the Egyptian piece yet. That's still where it was the last time I did a video on it. That's the one we did the grisaille or the grisaille on it, the gray underpainting. We'll be bringing that to life soon. I get too many pages on the go. Anyway, last week was a rough week with the car going down, so not much got done yet last week. But I'm making up for it this week. So there's where we're at in the Imagimorphia. Eventually, I will do the whole book. I love this book. All right. Let's get some pencils rearranged here a little bit. Or as I say, reset everybody. Actually, we're going to need those too. Pull out some new pencils here. All right. You're going to learn that I have a certain amount of colors that I play with. There's about, I don't know, about 30 of them here. Those are just the ones I prefer after so many years of working with Prismacolors. I have about 130, 135 Prismacolors. I do not have all of the newer colors. So, friendly forest sprite, huh? You know what? I don't want to start with the trees. You guys go over there for now. We're going to start on this little guy. Because I've been dying to give him little hot pink cheeks. I've been dying to do that ever since I saw this book. I'm looking for a pencil. Well, I can't find the one I'm looking for, so I don't know where it went. We'll pick another one. Pinks are not a color that I use very often, believe it or not. This is just regular pink. Dahlia purple down here. There we go. Look at those little pink cheeks. little pink, little permanent red. So cute. Thank you. Thank you. I've been thinking about that, dying to do that ever since I saw this one back in December. That's how long I've waited to do that right there. Deco pink, a little bit of pink in his ears. No, November. November is when I got the book. Because I bought it for myself for my birthday. For sure it was my birthday. It was either my birthday or Christmas. They're so close together that... A little bit of nectar in here. I don't do ultra cute things very often, but this is ultra cute. I'm not into the cozy coloring. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not. But this little fella, or gal, I don't know. Could be either one. Hard to resist. You missed the ultimate cuteness. Hang on, I gotta go back and show you. Did you see the Imagimorphia? You probably didn't. Let me get it back out here so you can see it. This is we finish up this page except for the background, and I'm not going to do that live right now. It's boring. You know, I'm not a big fan of backgrounds. So we flip the page and we're doing Friendly Forest, right? All right. You know, I've been working on several pieces out of this book. And somebody got upset yesterday because I forgot to say in one of my posts that this is Kirby Roseanne's, that my pineapple is Kirby Roseanne's. So I went and fixed it. But there's the pineapple, the finished pineapple. I thought everybody by now knew this was Kirby Roseanne's and not me. I've only posted it I don't know how many times now. So that's the pineapple, the completed pineapple. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really happy with it, and I'll be even happier when I do the background later this week. Anyway, I put a digital background in it, and I really like it, so I'm going to replicate that to the best of my ability later on this week. I like working in Ibis paint. It's a lot of fun. All right, the video that you haven't seen yet, because I haven't uploaded it yet, there's where I'm at on the skull picture. And I know everybody's anxious to get to the skull itself. Well, I finally finished most of the flowers. I've got some butterflies to do. Got a little bit of greenery yet to do. Got that bee or hornet or whatever that little critter is up there. Thank you. Thank you. And then we'll get to the skull. We will get to the skull itself, and that will have a twist. I don't think I'm going to repeat the twist right here, right now. We got to leave some things, you know, for the big reveal. But it'll be well worth watching, I will say that. And this is a piece that I did years ago, and my book got stolen. That's the short version. And so now I am redoing this piece. And let me tell you what, it is awful when one of your coloring books gets stolen. Because who steals a coloring book? Right? But anyway, I digress. But that's where I'm at on those two pieces. I have not done anything more on the Egyptian piece that I'm working on with the gray underpainting. As soon as I get some other stuff done, we'll get back to that one. Anyway, that hurt me. The way that it got stolen, it hurt for many years. And I just decided this was the year I was going to replace them. So that's what we're doing. And I'm going to color every page in that book eventually. Every single page. To make up for lost time. No, actually, T-Man, that was the only page I had colored in that book. And I had spent about 40 hours on that piece. And that is why I'm so angry about it. So I'm excited to be coloring the other pages finally, too. All right, I'm going to take a quick break. I will be right back. Everybody get up. Stand up. Oh. Everybody remember to stand up. Stretch your legs. Move your arms. T-Man, you can just sit there because you just did that. Sorry about that, everybody. Had to get a drink, take some medicine. I hate taking the medicine, but hey, here we are. That's life, you know? Sorry you had to go, T-Man. Sorry I wasn't here to say goodbye to you. Hope you come back later. I can't believe school is in session already. Today's affirmation: once you fall in love with yourself, their game is over. He's so competent that they can't rock you. You know, I had a criticism on my page because I forgot to put it was Kirby Roseanne's in that one post. You know, I'd be okay with that normally because, yeah, I'm a human being human. And plus, I'd already notated it other places. So I don't think anybody is really going to think that I drew that. Water off my back. And yes, the person who stole my book is a jerk. And I also believe in putting your money where your mouth is. Anyway, so I updated it, you know. But yeah, I would never even claim to have drawn something that I didn't draw. I'm an artist. I give credit where credit is due. But there are nicer ways that could have been said. Anyway. Let's see here. All right, Lisa, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate it. You have a great stream as well. Have a beautiful day, honey. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. All right. What should we do next? All right. I'll grab some violet. For those of you just joining me, we are in The Mystical Lands of Klynnadra, Autumn's Magic by Karen Myers. Karen has a whole library of books for you to enjoy, available on Amazon. She also sells pages on Etsy. She's on Facebook. Go look her up. Enjoy her hand-drawn coloring books. They're so cute and adorable. I love her work. She also does wood burning, which is fascinating. Beautiful pieces, same style. And recently, in her wood burning pieces, she started embedding crystals into them, actual real crystals, and I think those are really, really cool. They're great pieces. She's a wonderful artist. Love her work. And if you are a hand-drawn coloring artist, want me to know about your works, let me know in the comments. Or if you're listening, come and chat and tell me all about it. I want to know. I want to know who's still drawing by hand in this world of AI. Who is still drawing by hand out there? I call that classical coloring, by the way. This kind of style, yes, it's fantasy, but it's also classical because she drew it by hand. Kirby Roseanne, Joanna Basford, both of those, classical. Classical adult coloring. And that's why I'm not into the cozy coloring. I'm not into cutesy on a regular basis. I grew up to color adult, more adult pictures. I've had my run with the markers. I don't like them. I like my pencils better. Matter of fact, you know, if you want to see what I've done with markers, you can, there's a video on it. On the whole book that I did from Creative Haven. Markers are just, they're just not my favorite. I'll play with them every once in a while, but I like my pencils better. Some white umber. Nah, sometimes I just get so excited that I forget that not everybody knows what I'm working on. I mean, right now I do have pieces from myself, from Karen, from Kirby. Those are all the ones I have on the go right now. And we're going to keep working in Karen's book, and Kirby's book, and my book for the foreseeable future. Next month I might have a new book to work out of. We'll see. In the mornings, Hawaiian Hillbilly hosts coloring. At night, he hosts Farming Simulator 3 nights a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at midnight. Technically, you know, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, but hey. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, he does Farming Simulator at night, and he does coloring in the mornings at 9 a.m. Eastern. I'm almost always in that chat. We do buddy colors, we do color alongs, we talk about life, we talk about coloring, we support each other. He's a great fella, wonderful gentleman, and Hawaiian Hillbilly is his handle here. So if anybody wants to join us there, they're more than welcome. Tuesdays and Fridays is when I color live. 1 o'clock Eastern, both days. And I usually go till 5 o'clock Eastern. A little bit of chocolate. Because who doesn't like chocolate, right? This is one of their newer colors from Prismacolor. I rather like it. It's a nice rich brown. That looks awfully cute. And just to deepen it up a little bit of that espresso. I like that. We're going to leave it like that. Right like that. So cute. Let's see. Surfing USA by the Beach Boys. Like I said, I really do wish I could share my playlist with you, but they won't let me play the music. So. I'm going to sharpen this pencil real quick. So, sharpening a pencil. I need to empty that soon. Alright. This is Violet. A little bit of backstory about my artistic life. I have been drawing and coloring my entire life. Off and on at times. But about 25 years ago, I started creating art professionally. Back then, there was no video on the internet to speak of. There were barely pictures. And eBay was the place to go and sell. Everybody was on eBay. And I did quite well selling things on there. And then their fees got too expensive for my taste, so I stopped selling on there. I like that. But at the time, I haven't been there for many years now. There was a website called Wet Canvas. I believe it still exists. And that was the go-to website for artists. Made many wonderful friends on that site, many wonderful art friends, and some of them I actually got to meet in person when I went to New Zealand for 3 weeks on vacation one year. And that was a lot of fun. We had a big art get together by a waterfall, had lunch, colored and drew and whatever, and talked all afternoon. It was a great time. Lulu, if you're watching this by any chance of the imagination, I am so sorry we have lost contact, and I love you, honey. Life did happen. Life happened for a while. And that's why I told T-Man a little bit ago, you know, if you're not drawing, get back into it. This is Dahlia Purple. It's important to keep doing it. Don't stop just because life happens. Don't let anybody give up on what you enjoy. Don't let anybody force you to give it up. Keep going, even if it's with a number 2 pencil and a notebook. but never give up on your art. I think we'll do that one this color too. Canary yellow. Canary yellow is one of my favorite yellows across all brands. It's nice and bright and cheerful. And on the Spotify list right now, Escape the Pina Colada Song by Rupert Holmes. Who remembers that song? And a little bit of orange. A little bit of that black grape. Uh-oh. Hate that when that happens. Ah. Sharpening a pencil. Now don't break on me this time. Dollar Tree. A makeup brush works too. Stretch your fingers. There, I like that better. Orange. I'm going to sharpen this pencil real quick. Train in real life. All right. There's that black grape. There we go. About like that. I like that. With nice and colorful wings. I'm going to sharpen a couple pencils here. Couple three. All right. We're going to start off with dioxazine purple hue. Whoops. Don't do that. Put in some of that Parma Violet. Stretch your fingers. Get a drink. Roll out your arms. Me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Paul Simon. All right. This is that Parma Violet. All I'm doing here is just making little tiny circles. Looks like a little cozy onesie that he's wearing. So we're giving him that fuzzy feel with our pencil strokes. There we go. Nice little cozy, comfy outfit for him. Pardon me for one moment. I will be right back. Sorry about that. I'm back. He's a forest sprite. Chartreuse. Little spring green. Now sharpen a pencil real quick. A little bit of apple green. Every time. He just keeps getting cuter and cuter. Let's put in some little pink toes. Holding too many pencils at once. I'm going to sharpen a pencil real quick. And that regular pink. A little bit of that chartreuse. spring green. I'll go that apple green. And blend that out. And brush it off. Spring green. Apple green. And then blend it out. And brush it off. All right. And we'll go with this. No chartreuse. spring green. He's looking so cute. Little apple green. Then blend it out. Yeah, don't do that. I do have on these gardening sleeves that help prevent smears. Help me from getting the oils on my hands on the piece. Paper towel wasn't working because the fan's going off all the time, and the bandana was not working, so I opted for these. They work out well. All right. Yeah, we'll go with this one. It's a little dark purple. I'm just going to leave him like that for the most part. That's so cute. Could do this. Of course. That one was my bad. Get off there. I want to see if I can zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit more of these details on him. There we go. There is our little friendly forest sprite. He's just so cute sitting there. This little guy, he's just huge. He's one of my favorite characters. All right, let's give him something to sit on. Let's start off with some black grape. Now he's anchored. I'll sharpen a pencil real quick. This is that warm gray 50. Wait a minute. Yeah. Currently on my Spotify playlist, The Sound of Silence by Disturbed. I'm looking for a pencil. Sharpen a pencil. Oh, wrong one. Sharpen a pencil. Alright. Let's start with mahogany. Stretch. Change positions. Tuscan Red. Black Cherry. There we go. Yeah, I like that. Bear with me for just a moment, please. I'll be right back. All right. Sorry about that. Violet blue. Violet. A little bit of that light umber. I know, don't do that with your fingers. And blend it out a bit. Blend it out a bit. And there we go. A throne fit for a mini king. We got to do the door yet, but. Little periwinkle. A bit of that warm gray. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'll sharpen a pencil real quick. Cool Gray 50. I did it again. There we go. Now we need this one. This is that espresso. A little mineral orange. That's a little greenery of some sort. Yeah, a little crush in this line. A little kelp green. There we go. I like that. I like that a lot. And that is where I'm going to go ahead and stop for the day. I want to thank everybody for coming today and chatting and watching me color and letting me know what's going on in your lives. I do this every Tuesday and Friday at 1 o'clock. On Tuesdays, we do The Mystical Lands of Klynnadra, Autumn's Magic by Karen Myers. On Fridays, I do my own coloring books, Ivy's Magical Adventures, Ivy's Sunflower Spectacular, and Ivy's Peculiar Patterns. They're all available on Amazon if you want to grab a book. And let me know. We'll color a page together if I haven't colored it yet already. If you want, or if you're into Farming Simulator, I mentioned earlier in the broadcast several folks that would be more than happy to have you join them in their stream. If you want to see me play Farming Simulator 25, you can catch that Sunday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to zoom out a little bit here. Well, that didn't help much, huh? YouTube doesn't have the best zoom capabilities. I wish they'd give us a slider, but... there we go. That's so cute. Anyway, so we'll do this on Friday. Sometimes I do it by the campfire. Sometimes I color by kayak. You just never know. I thank you all for being here today, and I hope that you have a beautiful day. And I will catch you on the flip side. I can't hit the button.